It's Madden NFL 22. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Rams and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Cousins being chased out left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Conklin there to make the grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return is Brandon Powell. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. On first down, Stafford here. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins, escaping the pressure right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A give to Cook out of the gun. Runs over it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. A give. This is Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook Rams find a way to stretch their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Here's Powell on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Cousins again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by David Long, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, Hold'em.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Hold'em.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, 29 yards. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Take it at about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
1 yard gain.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return is Powell. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford, they'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, throw left side, complete to Cup. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for L.A. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Now Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford will dump this off to Akers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Minnesota.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Powell on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A give running right is Akers. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a running play now for Thielen. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Cook on the toss left. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Again, it's Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Joseph's got it. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he returns this to the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Stafford. Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go